SMLR is still holding a fractional amount of the gains it ran up yesterday, the 22nd of September, upon the news of its merger with Strive. You hear more about that now. This is what you're going to hear is how it concerns your holding in SMLR. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, extrapolation of the 3-day moving average is saying that the strength will remain in place up till Thursday, the 25th, and then after that, we may have a contraction, and thereafter, by Friday, the 3rd of October, the uptrend may resume. Okay, projections are saying here that is 7.95 for the 1.92 for the 4.38. We have this 55.6 that are printed when the news came out. 55.6, it's a huge, decent premium to the current levels. That is also an upper projection. It is a resistance, just as these Fibonacci projections are. These ones are calculated resistances or projections. That one was tested, they were resisted. It was tested and didn't wasn't surpassed. So let's see what we have previously. Those sort of levels were in place as of the they were in place as of the 3rd of September. We have here 47.89, 55.58, 60.32. The price pressure momentums, I don't think they are still there. Okay, well, they are both the 10 and 21-day moving averages are still trending, but the stock has lost. You can see now it has lost. It lost the gains. It actually ran up at some point. You can clearly see that here. So some positions that were opened, in the interim, in the very short term, they have obviously lost money going by what these price pressure momentum derivatives are indicating. So regardless, let's just quickly have a look at the 4-hour charts to see what's going on. Okay, extrapolation is saying that it's going well. Well, you could say, yeah, the strength will still remain in place. A sideways movement with an upper bias. As a matter of fact, it's going to the extrapolation is saying that strength will remain in place up till tomorrow, the 24th pre-market session, and then consolidate with a bias to the upside from the end of this month, from the 30th of September. Yeah, okay, so we have already seen projections, price pressure momentums here are a lot more different, more amplified, nothing negative. If even though there's nothing negative, the second derivatives are fractional. They're still fractional, indicating that yes, there has been some pressure on the stock. So let's have a look at the market grid and see the prices, the price range we have. Okay, yeah. We have the range of prices is between 22.21 and 42.79. Okay, so the stock is currently at 33.08. So it's in between the resistance and the support zones. It may well go either way. So the algos are saying it's going to go up. Yeah, if it goes up, if it breaks through 34.93, then there's a good chance it may attempt to test the highs of 40.36. It has already printed 55.60, so the probability of it printing these ones, they're not remote. They're a lot more immediate. They're a lot more. It's encouraging. Their probabilities will be, even if they're not encouraging. The fact that they had just printed that a few hours ago will encourage you, and indeed the machines may read them positively as well. So yeah, let's just see what's going on. This is now what you're going to hear to what you're going to listen to now is how this measure will affect your holding in SMLR. Semler Scientific rose on Monday, September 22nd, 2025, due to a buyout deal with Ramaswamy-backed Strive.
SMLR shareholders will receive 21.05 shares of Strive for each share held, valuing Semler at $90.52 apiece, a premium of roughly 210% to the last close. The deal comes just days after Strive completed its merger with ASST entities as part of its plan to launch a publicly listed Bitcoin treasury company. What does the acquisition by ASST mean for holders of SMLR stock? For each share of Semler Scientific SMLR stock, shareholders will receive 21.05 shares of Strive Class A common stock, ASST. The all stock deal will effectively convert existing Semler stock into Strive stock at a specified exchange ratio, valuing Semler at a significant premium to its prior market price. What happens to your SMLR stock? Once the merger is finalized, your SMLR shares will be converted into ASST shares based on the 21.05 exchange ratio. Semler Scientific will no longer trade as an independent company. The conversion process. Automatic exchange. The conversion will be automatic. Your brokerage will handle the process and you should not need to take any action. Company focus. You will become a shareholder in the new Strive entity, which is focused on growing its corporate Bitcoin treasury. Dissolution of diagnostics business. The combined company plans to monetize or distribute Semler Scientific's original diagnostics business at a later date. Key information about the combined company. The merger and a concurrent purchase of 5,816 Bitcoin will significantly increase the new Strive entity's cryptocurrency holdings, positioning it as one of the largest corporate Bitcoin holders. Management. The current Strive management and board will remain in place, with Semler Scientific's executive chairman Eric Semler joining the board. Capital structure. The combined company intends to operate with the preferred equity-only model for leverage to fund future Bitcoin purchases while avoiding debt maturity risks. NASDAQ listing. The stock will continue to trade on the NASDAQ under the ticker ASST.
Okay, you heard it. That's what's going to happen to your holding in SMLR. Just see what you make of all of that. And thank you very much for watching this video.